Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa Kingsley and I coordinate the Harney Domestic Well Fund at the Oregon Water Resources Department. Thank you for joining me to learn about this grant program. During this video, I'll provide an introduction to the fund, including information about how to apply during the 2025 to 26 application cycle. If you're interested in applying for a grant after you watch this video, I encourage you to visit our website where you'll find more information, including the program's guidance for homeowners document. That document explains the program and grant requirements and includes a frequently asked questions section. At OWRD, our grant programs provide strategic investments to address water needs through several funding opportunities. While many of the programs focus on larger water infrastructure needs, OWRD has two grant programs that provide funds to individual homeowners to address their water supply issues with their wells. These are the Harney Domestic Well Remediation Fund and the Water Well Abandonment Repair and Replacement Fund, also known as WARF. During most of this video, I'll focus on the Harney Well Fund, but you may also qualify for both programs. So I'll provide a brief overview of the WARF program. If you qualify for both our well funds, you can only receive funding from either the Harney Fund or from WARF, but not from both. And there are some key differences between the two programs, and we want you to understand those differences so you can consider which funding opportunity is the best fit for you. The WARF program provides grants statewide to qualifying low to moderate income homeowners with wells that do not supply enough water for essential in-home use because their well is dry or was damaged or destroyed by a wildfire. We'll start accepting new WARF applications in November of 2025, and those applications will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis. We'll accept applications until all available funds have been awarded. Now, let's dive into the Harney Well Fund. This fund invests in wells for homeowners within the greater Harney Valley groundwater area of concern that are impacted by declining groundwater levels. You can apply for a grant if you're a landowner with a home served by a well in the area outlined in pink as shown on this map. The areas shown in brown are where groundwater levels are declining the fastest. We have an interactive map where you can check to see if your address is located within the eligible area. You can use the QR code on the screen or a link from our website to go to the interactive map tool. When you open the link, it will bring you to this map, and you'll click on the eyeglass in the upper left corner and enter your address. It will zoom you into your property. If the background is pink or brown, you are in the eligible area. If the background is white, you are not eligible to apply for these funds. In addition to being located within the area we just saw on the map, there are a few more requirements relating to your property. You need to have owned the property for at least 1 year. You can rent out the property, but it must be a primary residence, and the home must have been built before April 15th, 2016. The well must be connected to the home to supply your water for things like cooking, drinking, and bathing. It cannot be part of a public water system, and it must be the only water supply available for your home. You can apply if you have already had the work done, but that work needs to have occurred after September 25th, 2021. So for the 2025 through 26 funding cycle, OWRD has about $485,000 available. Harney Well Fund grants can pay up to $13,500, but they do not pay for all of the costs your well project, and you will have out-of-pocket costs. We'll reimburse you for up to 75% of the cost to either repair or replace your well, up to $10,000. And if you have your well replaced, you will usually be required to abandon the existing well. And we can pay for 100% of the abandonment costs, up to $3,500. It's not unusual for it to cost more than the grant maximum to have a well repaired or replaced and abandoned. If that's the case for your well, you would be responsible for any extra costs. So now let's talk about what we can cover. We can help with the cost of repairing or deepening your existing well, or drilling a new well and abandoning the existing well. These costs can include the well drilling or deepening, the pump system, and connecting the well to your home. But some common costs that we do not cover are listed on the screen. They include work by unlicensed drillers, plumbers, or electricians, water testing, treatment and filtration, and well or pump house costs. So let's walk through the grant process step by step so you'll know exactly what to expect. First, submit your completed application by January 30th, 2026 at 5 p.m. If your application qualifies, an OWRD well inspector will visit your property to do a pre-award inspection. The results will help us decide which projects get funded. Next, based on inspection results, prioritization, and available funds, we'll offer grants to selected applicants. If you're selected, we'll enter into a grant agreement or a contract with you. The grant process is a little different if you've already completed the work, so please see page 11 in the Guidance for Homeowners document for more information. If your well work hasn't been done yet, you'll complete it after the agreement is signed. Your well constructor will also submit a well report documenting their work. Once the work is done and the well report is in, an OWRD inspector will return for a final inspection. And after the post-work inspection is approved, we'll process your reimbursement and mail you a check. As you get ready to apply, we recommend that you review the information available on our website and in the guidance documents. They explain the program and grant requirements with more detail than this overview. If your work has not already been completed, you'll contact a licensed well constructor who will help you determine what work is necessary, and you'll get cost estimates for all the work needed to repair or abandon and replace your well. If all the work has already been completed, you'll gather your invoices and receipts, and after that, you'll submit your application. We recommend that you apply using our online grant portal. You can apply online using a computer, smartphone, or a tablet. The new system is designed to streamline the application process, improve accessibility, and make it easier to track and manage your grant awards. To access the online portal, you can pause the video here and scan the QR code on the screen, or follow the link provided on the WellFund website. If you submit your application using the online portal, be sure to upload all necessary materials before you submit the application. And the online system will stop accepting new applications on January 30th, 2026 at 5 p.m. So be sure to have your application submitted by that time. If you don't have access to apply online, please contact us and we'll be happy to mail you a paper application. Because the application will contain personally identifying information, they must be mailed to our headquarters office, and we will not accept any at either OWRD offices or by email. If you're applying with a paper application, please have it postmarked by 5 p.m. on January 30th. In the application, we'll ask you to describe your well issues. On the screen are some examples of the type of information you should include in these descriptions. Your application package should include the complete application, estimates, receipts, or invoices for all the work needed to repair or replace and abandon your well. If available, your well report or well reports, and records relating to property ownership, such as trust documents, as well as any prioritization or other eligibility documents. If you're submitting your application online, please have electronic copies of these documents available to upload while you're filling out the application. Be sure to upload all of the files before you hit submit on your application. If you're mailing a paper application, please include the complete application and all of the supporting documents in one package. Please do not mail your application until your package is complete, and don't send originals because they won't be returned to you. So once we receive all of the applications, they'll be grouped together for prioritization based on 4 aspects of the application. These include whether the well is dry or not, if the home is owner occupied, the applicant's household income, and whether the home is one of the areas with the highest groundwater declines. We will fund applications starting with level 1 and then level 2 and so on until all of the available funds have been used. The first 4 levels are for households whose wells no longer provide enough water for their household needs. If we receive more applications than we can fund, and there are too many in one level, we will award funding based on the order we received completed applications. So we recommend submitting your application as soon as it is ready. After the applications have been prioritized, well fund staff will request an OWRD well inspector complete a pre-award review of your well. They'll complete an on-site inspection, review any well logs, and provide an inspection report to grant staff. Then grant staff will approve applications and develop a grant agreement. OWRD and the applicant will enter into a grant agreement that describes the grant requirements. After the grant agreement has been signed by both you and OWRD, it's time to have the work completed or get your reimbursement if the work is already done. If your work was completed before you applied, after the grant agreement is in place, well fund staff will review and approve a reimbursement request from you, and you'll be mailed a check. If your work was not already complete before you applied, after the grant agreement is in place, you'll make payment arrangements with the well constructor and any other contractors and have the work completed. You'll have 1 year to complete the work. Once the work is done, you will let well fund staff know and will verify that the contractor has submitted their well report for the work that they completed and request an OWRD well inspector visit your well for a post-work inspection. When your work passes inspection, well fund staff will review and approve your reimbursement request, and then you'll be mailed a check. Thank you for watching this video and learning about the Harney Domestic Well Fund. As a reminder, if you're interested in applying for a grant, I encourage you to visit our website where you'll find more information, including a link to the online grant portal and the program's guidance for homeowners document. If you can't find what you're looking for there or need assistance with applying, well fund staff are available to help, so please reach out. You can email us or call us at 503-779-5763 to leave a message on our hotline, and our staff will return your call. We look forward to receiving your grant application.